Welcome back to part 3. We're going to get right into it and start cutting along these little angle pieces. They're already measured out and everything. It's going to be a flat piece of metal welded on here. I want to continue it all the way. Alright, so I have this Harbor Freight multi-tool here. Let's see if we can't get all this like sealant off of here. Okay, now we're going to start making a template. So I'm going to use some masking tape. And use a hammer. It could be a much smaller hammer, and then I'm going to tap around the edges. And then you can just rip away the tape. Now we can take the whole thing off. Now that we've made all our templates, we've glued them down to a 12 gauge piece of metal, and we are using a Milwaukee portable bandsaw to cut them all out. I cannot tell you how amazing of a tool this is, and it makes it so easy to cut through this steel in a very accurate way compared to using like an angle grinder, for example. We've gone ahead and clamped them all down in a vise, and this way we can center punch and drill through all the plates while they're lined up, versus drilling them all individually and then having to worry about them lining up. This way we can guarantee that they're all drilled exactly in the same spot. And we start off with an 1/8 inch, progressing our way up to a 3/8 inch drill bit. Now we're going one step further by using a belt sander to grind them all down to be perfectly even and perfectly exactly the same. You can do this with a flap disc and an angle grinder if you need to, but it's not a crucial step. I just wanted to go that extra mile. We're going to begin stripping off the paint and sealant along the strut tower. I'll be using a angle grinder with a wire brush, twist knot wire brush. I've gone ahead and I've torqued down all the hardware onto the plates, and now I'm going to go ahead and TIG weld all the nuts onto the plates. I'm being careful here not to warp the threads and put too much heat into the part. So I'm running very small beads on only 3 sides of each nut. So I already went ahead and welded one side up. Came out terrible. I didn't realize that for MIG you need like a mix 75-25 argon CO2, and I was attempting to use 100%, Then I didn't realize after running like those nice-ish welds down there that my nozzle got clogged up with a piece of metal, and it was arcing across onto the shielding cup. So now I'm going to show you guys my second attempt on the passenger side. So this is the plate that I welded the nuts to. It turned out pretty decent. The welds aren't too bad. I definitely know that they penetrated well, and the threads didn't warp too much. So we're good to go. Fortunately, I forgot to film this, but I drilled 2 holes in the strut tower to fit the 2 nuts. And now we're ready to tack weld this on. Here I'm being careful to move around and not focus too much on just one spot. That way I can prevent any type of warping in the plate. So I'm moving around a lot and not welding more than about an inch at a time. Okay, so these welds don't look amazing, but they're not too bad. I'm gonna clean them up and then take it over to like kind of clean up the bead. Went ahead and cleaned up the welds a little bit, almost all the way done, and just need a few little touches here and there. And I had like a lot of spatter where it kept melting, burning all the way through and popping and contaminating my torch. So I have a lot of little blemishes, but I think overall it's not too bad. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for part 4.